Instagram Live is better than Facebook Live.
Instagram Live better than Facebook Live? No, they're both good, but I'm not. I guess I can go on your Facebook.
Are we live on here?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Oh, you did it. Come on, girl.
Hey, come on. We got 2 people on. Let's go on your Facebook Live real quick.
Oh, no, that's a way bigger, like wider picture because it's showing like that whole room. Then, I guess you were holding that phone from a different angle.
Phone. Yeah. Hey, come on in. You can share this link.
Hey, Endless. That's what I'm doing next Friday night.
I don't know what that is. So you can
Endless Favor.
What? Huh? I still don't get it. You guys are doing something? Oh.
You were asking what I was doing next Friday. I was like, I have something next Friday.
Got it.
The sound is better here too. Oh, cool.
Great. Come on in.
Our lights are blinking.
Hey, Vera.
Panels. It does it sometimes.
Hey, Shayna. Come on in, guys.
Hey. Bird, say hi. Say hi. I put everything in my mouth.
Hi, everybody. As you coming in, say hello. Hello there. We see you, Heidi. How are you? Guys, do me a favor and share this on your social media platform. Share this link. Believe it's possible for you to share this. He threw your glasses?
Yes, he did.
So, as you come in, hello, Billy George. Okay, the people of God are coming in here.
Okay, now what is this over here?
This is Facebook Live. So we're going to go let them know what's happening.
Come on, and let them know. What'd you do with my glasses?
Hello. Hey, Facebook Live. Hello there. Hey, Lizzie.
Don't get mad at me. You're going through my glasses.
Tina, Abba. Hello. So I think there's a way. Hey, Notori Johnson. I think there's a way for you all to share this on your platforms. Now
you don't want them no more?
I'm live on Facebook Live, but it's not working. I don't see anybody there.
No, nobody's on there. It's working. It's just nobody.
Usually, if you go. Hey guys, come on in. Sherman, be quiet. We're live.
He sneezed. Oh,
bless you.
Oh, wow. He's so sleepy.
So,
I don't know what that was.
It worked.
I don't think it did. Okay, anyways. Come on. All right, we hope everybody had an amazing day. If you happen to be watching this later on the replay, thank you so much for viewing this video on our YouTube channel. If you're on here and you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe to the Doing It with the Dunasis channel. We have new content coming out weekly for your viewing pleasure. And we're on today. Hey, Val. Is that is that Val?
Val. No, that's Val, not Val.
I cannot. Hey.
Val's not available tonight.
So we're going to be doing weekly lives on.
Oh God.
Should I commit?
Why would you put a commitment out there?
I won't commit. I'll say we'll be doing lives regularly. We'll be doing lives regularly. You're going to break your mom's glasses. Can you not do that, please? And part of this is to help, son, please, to help encourage you, entertain you, and have a lot of fun doing it. I wanted a piece of pie today, but I passed it up. Oh, so currently we're doing what's called 30 Days with the Dumases. It's a 30-day health challenge, both spiritual and natural channel. Oh, I love that. Somebody said, hey, my faves. You know, I always wanted to, not so secretly wanted to be someone's favorite couple, and we have been successful in that. People tell me that around the country and world now. And so, what a pleasure it is.
Oh, yeah. You know, they didn't say you're their favorite couple, did they?
They said faves.
Oh,
faves with an S. So I'm assuming. So anyway, the doing it with the Dumases, not the doing it with the Dumases, the 30 days with the Dumases challenge is on our Instagram, and you can go and check that out. Right, somebody said, you are definitely mine. Can you not pull my hair? Jesus. Okay, your mom is gonna bring you some food. Don't cry. Oh.
Why are you begging for
Look at this.
Okay, somebody that loves third, come get them. Somebody that loves third, come out right now and get them.
Somebody say mail him to me, Apostle. Oh, Heidi. Heidi, you could, if you want a nanny job, Heidi.
Oh, Lord.
Holler at me.
Oh, Lord.
Time for the split peas and sweet potato. We don't do split peas over here. God's not in it.
Yeah, he eats peas.
What's my mama doing here?
But he doesn't eat sweet potatoes.
So, Jacqueline. Yeah, oh my God, we miss you, Jacqueline. Toya says she's on her way. Come on, Toya.
Oh, Jacqueline. Oh, Jacqueline.
Yes.
The superstar.
The star. She's like a whole theater celebrity. All right, so let's get to it. It's like 20 people on here. This is so amazing. Would you share this with other people? Share this with other folks. And let them know that we're on. I don't know how you share it.
Oh my God.
But you can.
Are you sure you can?
Yeah, because I just pressed a button at the bottom. You could click it and then share it on Facebook and stuff. Okay. Are y'all coming to the show? I don't know when the show is, Jacqueline.
She sent it to us.
Oh, she did?
I think so.
Jacqueline, inbox me.
Why are you fussing?
All right, so
you're just enjoying it now?
Let's get to it. So go ahead and go to bed. Did you enjoy the play practice? Okay.
I mean, goodbye. Superstar. You want some kale chips?
You want to say hello to YouTube?
So PJ,
this man of God is in 2 plays. He's in the church's Christmas play. He's at his school in his school's Christmas play. He's just a whole celebrity. People are on here saying hi to you, Mom.
Oh, hi.
Okay, that's it. Goodbye. Somebody else say hi to you. 2 people say hi to you. Say hi to the people.
Professor Nicole should invite me back.
Bless you. Love you. Good night.
Good night.
I won't be here when you wake up.
You ready to pass it down?
You Ricky, man.
I leave at 3 in the morning.
It leaves like every single month.
Right.
What time?
Bye.
I have to work from 10 to 1.
Okay, so we were like doing like a whole live. And I think the people would like us to move on to the topic.
Okay, let's move on to the topic.
Okay, so Jaquette and I are...
The kale chips? Yes, I'll put some in the bag for you.
Jaquette and I are alike in many ways and different. And can I come with you to Baltimore and hold your water? I leave at 3 o'clock in the morning, and from my understanding, you cannot afford to buy a ticket that fast. So
you would not like that.
I didn't put anybody up like that. I'm just saying I don't think it's wise for many people to do that.
You're right. It's not wise for anybody. I don't care if you didn't have the money. That's true.
It don't matter if you had
you're right.
If you had thousands of dollars. That's what I meant. I wasn't throwing shade. I was just saying for any of us.
He said, I'm gonna throw this potato away.
All right. So Jaquette and I are
What's wrong with that?
I really wish we could talk. We are very much alike in different ways, and then we're different in others. So one of us is a spender, mother. One of us is a spender, and one of us is a saver. Coming where?
You're just gonna bring him in the morning? Oh, okay.
One is a spender.
See you in the morning.
One is a saver. So I'm just interested. Who do you think is the spender among the two of us? Who's the spender? Yeah, among. Between the two of us. Between the two of us. Who's the spender?
Here, why don't you move it over this way a little bit?
Why?
So I can see. Thank you.
Yes, Jaquette is this. Yes, you guys are right. No, you're saying I am. Somebody said she is. Apostle is the spender. Dr. J is the saver. I'm the spender. I don't know.
Seriously, guys, this is not a game of
No, but let's really talk about this though, because I know a lot of people would think that I am the spender, but who spends the most money out of the two of us on a weekly basis? Who lives on Amazon.com?
Yeah, but I'm not buying personal items. I just purchase. I'm the one who purchases household items. I'm the one who purchases clothes for everybody. Okay, now I'm confused. You don't even. Okay, turn it off so you can decide.
Yeah, I'm definitely the spender. She spends more with good reasoning. Okay, whatever. So I'm definitely the spender. She's definitely the saver.
It's a personality type. It's not a.
It's not a what?
Okay. What do you mean, Kai? What?
You know those things that smell like trash? Those pills. Is that how it's
The stuff that
Why?
smells
Now
like
you're
trash.
getting sick. The wellness formula.
No, I'm not getting sick. The wellness formula. My throat has been hurting.
So you're getting sick.
You don't have to confess that. She was trying to make you confess it. You can go upstairs and
Yes. Take two, okay.
they're in our medicine cabinets.
Alright. I just didn't want to say I was sick because it seemed like she was saying that. So now you're sick and you need all this. So I did.
Okay, my guys, just go get it.
I told you that you're getting sick yesterday.
You told Dad that I was sick yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Why? How did you know?
Because you told me your throat was hurting.
Good night. Oh my Lord. So,
Okay, so who's the spender?
I'm the spender. I was just playing. You can't don't get
I was
irritated.
like, I don't get it.
I'm just playing.
Even I'm getting confused.
I'm just playing.
Oh, okay.
So I'm the spender. She's the saver. How's that affected our lives?
And why do I shop on Amazon.com?
You shop on Amazon.com for
because
convenience.
I'm a
saver.
There you go.
What? Well, no, I don't understand that. Why is you being a saver have nothing to do with you shopping on Amazon.com?
Because it's cheaper. It's cheaper. You're bargain shopping. You're not paying to go to the store. You're not wasting time. Yeah. You don't think I get better bargains on Amazon? I do.
Oh, I don't know. I don't really look at the receipts. To compare to when you go to Walmart or go to Target.
And you think I would be buying it because it was more expensive?
No, I think you buy it out of convenience.
Oh.
Because it gets delivered to the door. So you don't have to go to the store. I just rhymed. That's what Heidi is saying. Amazon has all the deals.
Yeah.
What did you get?
Yeah.
You gonna join me on the live?
Yes, I am. I have to feed him. So I either can keep him quiet so that you can go live, or ain't nobody going live.
Okay. You feed him faster than I could feed him. Okay, so maybe I'll take over, but that's not the truth. He likes it. If Sherman is not getting fed like a constant flow, he gets upset, very upset. So anyway, in our lives, it's been interesting to see the process, because when we go, like if we're at the mall,
like in our lives, like in our YouTube lives. I was like, what?
In our life, it's been really, really interesting, because when we go to the store or we go to the mall, then I'm not really a person that even barely looks at prices for anything most of the time. It's just like, if you want it, you can get it. So it's been interesting, even the balance, because sometimes she'll pay so much attention to a price that she can actually afford, but because she spends so much time on the pricing of the thing, she won't get nice stuff for herself. So I have to come through and be like, Jaquette, just buy it. you're not poor. You're a whole college professor and a consultant for a charter school system, and you're paid. So why don't you just go on and get the doggone $25 shoes?
Oh, come on. 25, really?
So
no, I have like price brackets that I would and would not spend on different things. So I'm like, to me, like anything over $30 for a pair of jeans is like an arm and a leg. I'm like, it's jeans for God's sake. So I think I just have in my mind like prices that I would pay for stuff. But with the shoes, I've bent a little bit in the quality of shoes. Now, some other items, I'm like, no, I'm just not paying a lot of money for that, especially if it's trendy, because it's gonna go out of style. But I think for us, when we first got married, it was a source of conflict. Somebody being a spender and somebody being a saver. It was a source of conflict because we just could not agree on what we should buy, how much we should spend on it, even how much to save. So you were not like a non-saver. Right. You believe that we should save.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was like, how much do we save? Like, what percentage do we save? And then the concept that I think I taught you, and you could say if I didn't.
Oh, you taught me something. Go ahead.
Is the concept of like, you don't touch savings. Because for him, he's like, sure, we can save 20%. And then when I need it, I just go get it. I'm like, no, like that's not how savings work. Like you save it to not touch it. But for him, savings was like just like a holding place. And it wasn't really like untouchable. It was like, hey, I'll put it over there. And then when I need it, I'll just bring it back. I'm like, no, sir. So for us,
more so because when emergencies happen, but
everything was an emergency.
I don't know. Okay.
Well, that was like your go-to before you don't know.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of stuff, like much of anything could have, whatever I deemed an emergency, I guess.
You got my hair in there.
Oh my God. It's all over your nose, but you're calm. Here. Do whatever you want to do with it. As long as you stay relaxed. So what do you feel like the challenges have been though with that?
With what?
Us being different, what are some of the challenges?
So the challenge I just mentioned was that as a source of conflict.
Mm-hmm. So how do you feel like we process through that?
Is this an interview?
Yeah, I'm interviewing you now.
I need you to interview me. What do you think is a challenge of it?
I think sometimes, the conflict, I think
you got to do a different challenge.
No, I'm telling you, I want to talk about the conflict some more because I feel like in the midst of the conflict, we've learned how to value what the other brought to the table. And so in the beginning, we weren't really valuing what the other person brought to the table. We ended up eventually just being at a place where it was like, in the beginning, like, I don't like that about you. You don't like that about me. But now we're at a place where we can see that each person has something to bring, and it brings a balance to what's happening within the household.
Yeah, well, I think that one of the other challenges with a spender, marrying, and saver is who wins. And by that, I mean, how much should one person bend? Because you don't marry a person to change that person.
Wow.
You marry a person because you can't live with who they are.
Right.
And then there's also this sense of, well, we're together so that we can get better. Okay. Well, who bends the most and who leans the most and who is right in their thinking? Because one of the things I can say is being a saver really limited my opportunity to enjoy things. So like he's saying, like, you make a good amount of money or you show signs of discipline, different things like that. And you should be rewarded here and there, not all the time. But I think being a saver sometimes limited how much I actually enjoyed life. Because it's like, okay, well, what are you saving that much for? Eventually, you're going to be gone. You're not going to be able to use it. And so I think just honoring what each person or each personality type brings to the table and benefiting from it. So allowing for the spender to be the person that brings the spontaneity and the splurge and things to the table, and then allowing the saver to ground, but not judging the other personality type for the way that they're thinking, which I think was a huge kind of like barrier to overcome.
Yeah. I think one of the things, and you correct me if I'm wrong, that we kind of broke into as well is that we started one of the, I don't know if this is not a challenge, but one of the things as a spender that brought to the table was just the importance of even like sowing in large ways, like taking steps of faith even in sowing, that I think maybe we didn't previously, maybe, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong again, I don't know if you were like sowing in big amounts like maybe what we would sow now, as we're
Well, it has to do with being a spender or a saver. I think it has to do with access to money.
Oh.
So if I didn't have access to the money before, I wouldn't be sowing the amounts that I sow now.
Well, okay. I was talking more so like even percentage wise of.
No, yeah, I've always been a huge giver.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think it has anything to do with spending and saving.
Yeah.
No, you like to give a lot of money to churches when you have no idea what the hell they're about to do with the money. I don't like giving to churches.
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't like giving to churches where I'm looking around, y'all building fund is 10 years old, and I'm like, where's the building? I don't like to sow into churches where the pastor drives a really, really nice car and everybody else in the parking lot drives a crappy car and the paint is spilling on the wall. Yeah, so it's certain places that I won't sow into. And you like, let's just sow, give a good seat. I don't like sowing into pastors or churches where the church is like 30 years old and it's 10 people because I'm like, this is not good ground. So, yeah. So, no, you like just, sowing to churches. Now, I will judge the ground. I don't care if it's a church or not. I'm judging the ground, wherever it is. So
you're saying I don't judge it?
That you don't judge the ground when it comes to churches?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow. That's revelation for me.
You disagree? Disagree.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I feel like I do measure the ground. I mean, I don't think I just sow into like, crappy places that don't have any fruit.
30-year anniversary, 10 people. Yeah, you.
We laugh on the internet. I cannot believe that you just said that.
I can't believe you just said that you judge the ground.
Well, that particular place, the gentleman was an honorable man. But
anyway, what I'm saying though is like being a spender and a saver. Me being a saver doesn't mean I'm stingy. So I don't put the two together. So no,
Did you feel like I came for you, so you just came for me, kind of thing?
No.
Okay.
No, but I don't put the two together.
Okay.
So you can be a giver and a saver. It is possible to be a giver and a saver, especially when you're saving and wanting to give with intentionality. So
yeah. So I was saying NYSPD is the only recent church after 37 years that a building fund actually purchased a real building. Oh my, that's a whole nother topic. Maybe once we actually close, we'll do a topic on how's your building fund going.
Seriously?
Third ain't tripping off of y'all. I mean, he is not at all. Is it safe to come back? I don't know. But anyway, so but I think I'm trying to think of another challenge that we've had in the midst of it being with the two personality types being in operation. I think we hit the main one because I was thinking about like with our travels and stuff, like what kind of places we would stay in versus not. So for instance, Pastor Chiquette is a saver. So let's say we went somewhere and we went for a particular event. As it relates to even saving and also convenience, like she'll say, well, the night before, let's switch hotels, or the night that before we actually leaving out, let's switch hotels and go to a cheaper hotel closer to the airport so we can save money and save time. And for me, I'm like, I care less about saving the money. I want to stay at the other place the entire time. But she's consistently thinking that kind of way to help make sure that we're taken care of. And I have to say this, it's been
You are so greedy. These people are watching you all this you're eating. They're watching everything you're eating.
It's been a major benefit, though, because we are able to have more and have had more in our hand because of her willingness to help kind of like, for lack of a better way of saying it, pushing the envelope to make sure we have it. Tony and Tiana. Oh, hi, Tony and Tiana. Are both of you there or just Tony or Tiana? So, yeah, I think it's good. Like, but there's some stuff that even as we kind of move forward in life that I think, I used to think that you shouldn't have to save as much the more money you get. Exactly, Tim, like Seattle. She still tries that stuff though. So,
Seriously? No, Seattle, we got screwed around when we did that. We was trying to save, and we're like, we're gonna, just do a little bit here, a little bit there, a long trip. And I mean, that first night, I don't know what y'all did in y'all room, but we didn't even take our clothes off. We slept on our clothes and was like, I'm not getting naked in here. I don't even want to be on these sheets. That place was awful. But then, listen,
money.
I said we save money. And then that next night, we let the guys pick, and they picked some waterfront, which was half of my mortgage each night. So, we made up for it. It was a spender-saver combo trip. We were saving, and then we was definitely spending.
I cannot.
But yeah, sometimes it comes to bite you in the butt. And that's why I think the balance is key. So sometimes when people are, looking at their relationship and the person that they're in relationship with, you are attracted to somebody that's like you. But when a spender marries a spender, y'all are screwed. Y'all never have nothing. And when a saver marries a saver, y'all probably be so frugal you never have any fun. So I think that pulling from both personality types, whether you are inherently or innately one or not, then I think that it helps to bring balance to the relationship. And then each person has to help put in systems so that you're not continuing to tug along. Because you're not, you're in a relationship not to be somebody's parent. And so you don't even want to feel like you're pushing it, whether you're the spender or the saver. And so I think that making it part of your structure, your systems, even with your money and things like that. So save a little so that you can spend a little, and, then make sure that each person has like allowances. And so sometimes they feel like they can't splurge and spend, but it's really planned in the structure of like the saver as well. And then if you do that, I think both people learn. And that's why even when we're saying like, I'm the saver, he's a spender, I think now we're both more combo types, but not by way of force and not by way of somebody browbeating. Hold on, he came off. Not by way of somebody browbeating you into it, but by you beginning to honor and value what that other person holds. And don't let it be a source of argument, but let it be a source of growth and really opening your eyes to another way of thinking without feeling like you have to compromise, exactly who you are. And then if you all do decide to procreate, allowing for your children to grow their innate abilities. So I have a child who, as soon as he gets money, he's like, I want to spend it all down to like the last down to the last penny. He got $50 for his birthday. He went to the store today, and everything he put in the cart, he was like, how much do I have left? How much do I have left? And I'm thinking, you know, you want to know how much you have left so you can slow down. No, he wants to know how much he had left so he could speed up and keep dropping items in the cart until he was going to come right up at the amount. And so I'm like, wait. No, you need to save at least, you know, $10, $5 and just like not spend it. Just go put it in your bank account. And he was like, why? What would I do with it? And I'm like, you save it so you don't do anything with it. He said, that's the dumbest idea I ever heard of. And his sister is more of a saver. So she saw a Victoria's Secret backpack that she really wants.
A Victoria's Secret? What does the 7-year-old need? Go ahead.
A Victoria's Secret backpack?
I know, just go ahead.
It's a pink backpack.
I understand.
It says pink.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
I don't get it.
Go ahead.
So she saw a Victoria's Secret backpack that she really wants. And she knows how much the backpack costs. And I'm like, Jaylis, you know, if you save your money, then you can get the backpack. Well, she remembers this backpack. So she's like, I want a couple of toys. I want a couple of things. I want to go shopping with my brother, but I know I still want this backpack. And so she went right up to the amount, and she knew she was going to save $15 for her Victoria's Secret backpack. She has a plan what she's saving each month. And so just knowing that about my kids, I didn't make John Paul save $15 or, you know, you should think of something like your sister or anything like that. And then I also have encouraged Jaylis not to just hold on to everything she got. We have a point system. Jaylis has like, I don't know, 1,300 points. And the boys have a couple of hundred, maybe 300. And that's because the boys, when they get to a certain amount, they like to spend their points on privileges. So they can buy TV during the week in 15-minute increments. They can buy extra time staying up, stuff like that. Jaylis is such a saver. She never spends it on any privileges. And so she's just racking up all these points. So I kind of have to push her to spend a little, you know, without changing her complete personality type.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of the benefit of being in a relationship with somebody who's a spender, who's a saver, and or opposite of you, is that you even get to instill different values and principles in your kids while still creating a balance.
I agree. I totally agree. And it helps tremendously for them to help with the kids to help build their state of mind and understanding of how this is supposed to work and what life is supposed to work like. Is that one of the kids? That they're learning and gaining that information and moving forward. So it's really great. I see a question on here. How did you guys come to find your balance? How did we come to finding our balance? How did you come to find your balance?
Oh, I don't care. I don't even look for my phone.
How did you come to find your balance? I think we realized that each of us just, I think because we valued each other and what the other one brought to the table is the reason why we started to really find that balance, is because each one has something that we admire or saw in the other person. And so we wanted to let that be displayed and kind of, what's the word I want to shoot for? Exploring what that other person had to bring to the table. And I think that's how we found our balance.
Yeah, and I think just becoming educated together about finances, because any type of class or book you read on finances that's really a quality resource is going to encourage you on both sides to save up for yourself or, for your dream or something that you can give towards, but then also, have like a spending, an allowance and things like that. So I think in looking at different financial resources, I was able to see that, well, maybe I'm a little stringent. So yes, I'm validated in some of the ways I'm thinking, but I'm a little over the top in other areas. And then for him, looking at some of these sound financial resources while we're taking classes and watching videos, he was able to see, I told you, you should, live a little. Yeah. But then he also was able to say, I should look at receipts. Maybe I live too much. Because even stuff like that, like when we get receipts back from places, he doesn't even look at the receipt. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Like it sounds, like $10 over. He's like, nah, it's about right. But I can't even tell you the amount of times where it was like an extra appetizer on there, or like a fee on something that didn't even make sense. And just for lack of kind of looking. And I think for you, it was more so we have the money, so it's all good. And I'm like, yeah, but you would have more. Right. And then the other part of that is him being like, well, do you really, really like it? Do you really want it? And I've taken that on to sometimes where I'm like by myself shopping and I'm thinking, oh, I should ask him, or maybe, you know, I didn't bring this up at our money meeting this week or something like that. So I'll just wait. But then I hear him saying, well, if you really want it, then you should just get it. Yep. And that's not the story every week. Obviously, that can't be your story every week. But here and there, I've kind of taken that on and been like, you know, live a little with that.
Absolutely.
So for us, it's seeking outside sources outside of just us. Because if you keep going back and forth, just the two of y'all, it's going to be you against him against you. But actually finding somebody else who has sound financial wisdom through books, classes, resources, videos, I think you'll find a little bit of both personality types in those.
And it's fun. It's fun to be able to save money and do things like pay off your car. And then it's fun to be able to be in a position to be able to have an amazing vacation time somewhere.
Where you pay too much for the room and too much for dinner and too much for activities, but it's just what you want to do and what you feel like doing.
Absolutely. How often do you have money talks? So we have money meetings every 2 weeks, pretty much.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks we have money meetings.
We're supposed to do it every week, but
we don't really necessarily hit that goal.
Yeah.
So like every other week, and we sit down and we look at our accounts. We lay out our budget. What's our budget system that we use?
Just an Excel spreadsheet. So I'm looking at a couple of apps right now that I'm interested in trying. I'll let you guys know if we or which one we settle on, and maybe we'll do a live on that. But right now we just use Excel because I happen to be really good at Excel. So I know how to like write the equations and stuff. So it works for us. And we pretty much have whatever our income is and when it comes in. So we have a few different streams. So based on our different streams of income, sometimes every 2 weeks, some of them is like 2 specific days per month. And so we put all that in as far as like income and then what expected expenses are. And then we put a limit on each of those expenses. And then when we do have our financial meeting, then we have to put in what we're spending in each of those categories. And then of course it's calculating when you go across horizontally, it's calculating as you go. So when you hit that limit, then it turns red and lets us know like, hey, you've overspent in the grocery category. So if you've overspent in the grocery category, but you still have more month left and you still need groceries, you have to literally take that grocery money from another category. So that means not as much going out money. That means not as much grooming money. So grooming money, like our hair and haircuts.
I groom, child.
Facials and all that, and massages and all that kind of stuff or whatever. So that's like, you have to take it out of the grooming budget. You got to take it out of somewhere. And so that kind of helps us track in that way. And then of course, like ties, savings, paying off, we don't really have debt. We have student loans. Yeah. So paying off student loans, that's all in there. And then if you have extra left over, you need to decide ahead of time what you're going to do with the extra. For us, we will kind of bounce back and forth between splurging with the extra and then putting extra over in the savings account. And I think once again, that's the benefit of like the spender saver thing, because the saver in me is like, no, anything extra, you put it back in the saving. He like, golly, can we upgrade the popcorn size?
I mean, the popcorn.
So yeah.
And
marriage finance is like a business. Well, you know, it really is not different for me. So the same way that we do our finances now is how
she was doing it.
It's how I did my finances
when she was single. I wasn't.
Yeah.
The
only difference now is that our allowance or our spending money is, you know, there's 2 people to give the spending to, but the same exact way, like the bills and the limits and putting it in each week and everything like that. I've actually always done my finances like that. which is why you don't really, it's like, it's not really an argument so much. And I don't like feeling like I have to like ask for money. So that way, when I have like my spending, it's just, it's mine. And so it gives you this sense of financial freedom, even though it's like planned financial freedom. So
some of this stuff you're talking about, some of this information be given at your next Saturday.
Yes. So Saturday coming up, and I'm happy you brought that up. Saturday coming up is Saturday's a seminar I do for women once a month. And at the Saturday coming up, we are going to cover some best practices with finances, making financial decisions. We're going to be looking at some of the top financial books for women. We're going to be looking at budgeting, different apps that are out there. And then mostly at Saturday in November, we're going to be talking about our relationship with money.
Beautiful.
And so that's going to be a big thing. But you're definitely going to walk away from Saturday this month with some real resources and some real things to think about. So we're going to be looking at stats of women and even income earning potential and your relationship with it. So it's going to be good. Ask more questions so I'm not alone. Oh, what advice would we give a newlywed on money? I think the same advice I would give any person on money, which is be very intentional about your money. Know where all of your money is going, and make sure that you are budgeting, making sure that the income that you have coming in is enough to cover you and sustain you. I think that the first thing you want to do as newlyweds, because you now have combined expenses, is to make sure that you are saving at a rapid rate in the beginning in order to get 3 months worth of your full budget and finances in the savings account. Now, that's what I would say would be different, because your income because your expenses are changing because you're married. Now, I think a single person should do the same thing, but of course your expenses are pretty stable. It's just you. But you need to work as fast and hard as you all can. So if you get cash for gifts or anything like that for your wedding, then try to get 3 months of expenses. Now, people think 3 months of rent. I'm not talking about 3 months of rent.
Expenses.
I'm talking about 3 months of expenses, 3 months of gas, rent, electricity, like everything that you haircuts. Because if you have something that comes up, you shouldn't have to go around looking raggedy. No, I could still get my hair retwisted for a few months and not budge, if I were to lose my job today. So I think that's the first thing you want to do, and start off with some solid money moves. Yeah,
that's what I'm about to say. Full disclosure.
Yeah.
Full disclosure. And unfortunately, some people, they have different states of mind as it relates to how the monies come together once you get married. I'm telling you from advice from us that it's really important that you have full disclosure, hidden money and different. I'm not saying that you can't have like your whatever account. If you all decide that you'll have an account where you have like an allowance or something in it, but
and if you want to do the separate accounts things, like honestly, it just needs to be where everybody has access. So if you want to take your spending money or your allowance, we call it allowance, where it's just like your money, you do whatever you want to do with it. That way you can buy them gifts without them being like, what do you spend this money on? It's like, I bought you something. So if you want to do that, that's fine, so long as the accounts are linked and like they can see what's over there. Now, maybe they can't touch it, or, you're doing whatever you want with it. I just don't think that it should be a secret. So
I totally agree. And I think it's, first of all, I need to say this, that I think it's possible for all of us, no matter where we are in our financial journey.
Sometimes it freezes. Is it still because no comments will come through?
I don't think it's freezing. I just think nobody's saying anything.
Oh, okay. I just know when I was doing it before, sometimes I was scrolling, I'd be like, whoa,
that's Facebook Live now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to keep going down. So it's possible, no matter where you are in your financial journey, to first of all be able to take a turn to the right, in the right direction, and to be able to align yourself with it and teach yourself new habits that will lead you towards financial freedom. And so wherever you are, make a shift, start anew, do something different. Whether you're a spender and you've been leaning more towards spending and not really saving and are handling your life or living your life by way of a budget, you can shift that today. If you're a saver and you don't treat yourself ever, and you don't ever do anything for yourself, what are you saving for? Who knows? Then you can experience some new things as well. You can start again and change your mindset. You just have to be open to new ways of thinking.
Mhm.
Thank God I had a secret, because the booger would have cleaned me out. It's Pep talking about when she was married.
Well, and see, that's the thing. I wouldn't be in that situation just because I do have like separate money, but it doesn't have to be a secret.
Mhm.
So it's just,
I can't touch it.
yeah. So I'm good. Should this thing go awry.
Lord, don't let the thing go awry, please.
So yeah, and I think that part of that level of transparency, of course, builds other habits and spills into different things. But I think we want to encourage people the most not to let it be a source of strife in your relationship, and know that you really can benefit from both personality types. And I think that we just spent so much time allowing it to breed contention that we didn't really benefit from each type until later on. So
Absolutely.
All right, well, we are going to the gym
For 30 days with the Dumases.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag 30 days with the Dumases.
So we have a date with the gym. So we got to get off of here because, we would prefer to stay on here than go to the gym. But the gym is calling. Today is arm chest day.
Yeah.
Even though I told him he needs to put booty day in there. I need a booty day.
I don't want to.
But I won't.
Okay. So
I need booty day.
Okay. Well, we can add a booty.
A booty day.
Oh, my gosh.
Maybe you can work on chest. I can work on booty.
However that's going to work out. So you're going to go to the gym. We're going to go to the gym.
We are.
I have an early morning fly, leave Rialto about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
To head out of town for a quick turnaround trip. When I say squat day, yeah.
Yes.
I cannot. Thanks for paying attention. If you have not subscribed to the channel, you still have the opportunity to, whether you're watching live or you're watching this later, you're watching the recording, please subscribe to our channel so that you get notifications when our new videos are coming out. Every single week, we're putting out new content, new videos that are coming. We got several things coming next week that'll be a lot of fun that you should.
Videos?
I think so.
Like what?
We got.
It's gonna be fun, but you don't know what.
Yeah, it's all fun.
Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't have time to look because we gotta be.
I don't remember what it is.
Oh.
And so.
That's preacher talk.
You can't please.
It's like it's gonna be good. You don't know what it is.
I love you too, Tim.
Oh, we love you.
Sorry, I stole your laptop charger. It's okay, baby.
Oh Lord, girl, he was so pissed.
She can't please. Somebody say traveling.
He was pissed at you with that charger. I had to let him borrow my computer. He was just fire black mad.
No,
Tony,
so
you was almost planning a funeral. Forget a wedding.
It was just more specific things I needed to work on that were on there.
Yeah. So anyways, join us for all that stuff. And yes, our goal is to be on here more regularly, just talking everything family, life, and ministry. And so the topics will be around those different areas and spheres that make up this crazy thing called life. So thank you for doing it with the Dumases. We'll see you guys soon.
Absolutely. See you soon. Bye-bye. 4 new subscribers, so that's great.
All right.